Okay, I had a couple people ask me how I mount my Lace Matchbooks. So I'm going to do a little video on how I do it. Basically, you need I use a square, a ruler, a little piece of tape, pencil, and a 3/8 Forstner bit, and a 7/8 inch Forstner bit. And basically I just line up where I want the pickup to go away from the neck. And then I'll just slide my square up there. Square it up. Put a little piece of tape down here on the bottom so it holds the square in place. And then I'll line up from either side of the neck to get it square on there. Looks like a 1/4 inch each way is going to be the magic number. And I'll just take a little pencil mark, put a little pencil mark right there on each corner. Just kind of do the corners. Do it light so you can always wipe the pencil marks away with some Gooby Gone. And then once I get that done, then I come up and I'll put a little mark going this way and that way. Now I've got my little corners marked. You can see I've already drilled my hole here. I did that last night. And then I'll come in there and I'll take this off. And then I just come in from corner to corner and I'll put a little mark in the middle. Corner to corner, put another little mark in the middle. So then I have where I'm going to drill my hole. First thing I use is I use my 7/8 inch bit because the pickup actually has a little bit bigger area around the collar of it up here. So I use a 7/8 inch bit and I get through the box with the 7/8 bit because that's about the thickness of that collar on there is the thickness of the box. Then I'll stop and I'll use my 3/4 inch bit. And you can see I've got a little black line right here. The stem on this is about 1 1/8 inch, but I usually go about 1 inch, 1.25 inches deep. So I put a mark there at 1.25 inches. Then you just take your bit and you run it down in there until you get the depth you want. And then dry fit it and make sure that it'll fit in there. And I say dry fit it, just kind of just stick it in there and see. Yep, we're plenty deep. Okay, so that's deep enough for that. And then, now you have these wires to contain with, you know, and the way I do it, well anyway, the neck is actually touching the box right here, so there's no gap in there. So what I'll do is I'll come in there, and you can see I just cut a little notch out right here for the wires to come out of there. And it's that simple. And then go ahead, you know, and then when I mount it, when I go to mount it permanently, I'll put my square back on there and tape it down again after, you know, this is during construction when I'm actually putting the piece together and I'm mounting the pickup permanently. And I feed my wire through that little notch. And of course, you know, you're going to run that back to your volume and tone or whatever you're going to do. But I'll just kind of dry fit it and get it where I want it. And then I'll make sure that it's perfect. And then I'll come in there on my square and I'll put a little pencil mark on either side of where the matchbook is supposed to go before I peel the tape off the double-sided tape, or the cover off the double-sided tape. When I pull that off and it's going to go hot, I line up the back first and get it against my square and then just ease it down and let it stick, because once that double-sided tape sticks, it's stuck and it ain't going to move. So start from the back, line it up perfect where you want it, and just roll it down and stick it, and it's going to be there forever once it's down. And then you got your It's mounted, it's ready to go. That's pretty much it. I mean, they're really easy to work with, you know. Of course, I've done probably a couple dozen of them now, but they make a good pickup. It's easy to install. And what I like about it, and it's an American-made product. Yeah. Alright guys, that's the rundown on how to mount a lace pickup. It's relatively easy. You can run it to a volume, or you can run it to a volume and tone, or you can run it to a split pot. You can split the make it a humbucker. So, have fun with it guys. Later.